Okay, so it's the next day. I have no memory of where we are in the story.
Okay, just break kayfabe to announce like, oh yeah, we did 3 parts of this shit yesterday, I don't remember. So Dio just went vampire, we beat up a couple of his zombie soldiers, and like, then he just like, is campily jumping back through the window.
Oh, okay, he was just shot out the window, and Dad just died in our arms, right? That's where we are?
Basically. It kind of happened a couple of times over. And like, Jonathan's about to have the amazing plot of like, hey, the mansion's on fire, I'm gonna run upstairs.
Oh, that's right. This is okay. I know what's going on now. This was the one of the fights that's in the opening. Dio's gonna like, walk up a wall and like act like that's cool shit.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw shade. I think that is pretty cool shit.
Okay.
If you take your ideals of classism in this series to their absolute limit, you could interpret that very heavily.
Ooh, true, valid. But I mean, you know, in part 3, Dio's just gonna straight decide that he can fucking fly. And like...
I mean, so does literally everybody else. Everyone just decides they can fly. In the manga they don't. In the manga it's like more explained. But in the anime it's just... they're punching so fast they start flying at the end.
I think, like, see, the thing is, I forgot that Dio couldn't fly. I was so accepting that he can fly because he's a vampire. And then Jotaro starts doing it, and... okay.
I mean, isn't that actually foreshadowing for the fact that Jotaro just goes, no, I have the world too?
Yeah, I mean...
he just starts stealing abilities.
It's like foreshadowing something dumb is going to happen by just being dumb slightly earlier.
Being dumb in a way that you just kind of have to go, sure.
I love how buff Jonathan's model is. Oh my god!
Look at that
Holy
for buffness!
Fuck. I do not remember Dio being quite that buff in this scene.
That's some PS2 modeling. That's their canonization of this event, is that he's even buffer. God, these character models look so ridiculous in 3D just because they have to be at least like 8 foot wide.
You know, I really love... I gotta hand it to this game. Like, they wanted you to be able to play this game instead of watching or reading part 1. Like, if you want to skip straight to part 2, you want the story, but you don't want to have to read or watch that whole thing, well, you can just play part 1, and you're not missing anything. They made sure of that. I love how he walks in this by just clipping into the wall.
Yeah, I know. That's the best use of clipping I've ever seen.
He's going
Look
fast.
at his face. He loves it. He's having so much fun in his own head.
Oh my god, you know what would be a great effect? If, like, when he walked in the wall in this, you know, like, in fucking Source, when an item's trying to clip inside something else, and it's making the noise of, like, 1,000 collisions? If Dio's feet just made that when he walked up the wall?
I'm just realizing now, like, way too late, that because the character faces are so expressionless, they're using those panels in the side to convey the emotion the faces can't. And I adore that fact.
Is this another you're supposed to lose fight? No, Jonathan kind of won this, didn't he? He like...
This is a fight you're meant to win.
Yeah.
So now we're fighting Vampire Dio head to head. This fight has a gimmick, you don't have to use it. Seems very nice of the game, to be quite honest. It's like very heavily hinting at the gimmick we're meant to be employing right now.
Is it?
Yeah, throw him into the gifts.
Ah, nice.
If you can possibly pull that off.
I was gonna comment how, like, you know, the Joestar Mansion's starting to look like a 2005 create-your-own website page.
So to explain what, like, throwing Dio into the fire feels like, it's like, imagine trying to bake a cake, but you're not gonna, like, use your hands. You're gonna do every step of the process with a length of rope. That's kind of how difficult angling a character is to get them into the situation you want. But as you can see, you don't actually have to set him on fire. You can just... You can outrun that red line if you just get in there.
How much is this you throwing him into the fire? Like, how far... I see there's a bit of stairs there. Like, how far do you gotta get him? Or is it just touching it at all?
You gotta get him, like... You can't go over there yourself, so you have to get him, like, right on the edge. You have to get your combo, because the last hit will throw him back. So you have to get it so that the last hit of your combo will have him on the edge. Bit of a bastard, I'm gonna say. Bit of a bastard.
Jesus Christ. Wait, so when you say you can't go over there, does that mean, like, if you go over the edge, you die? Or, like, you're invisible wall? Okay.
Yeah. So, like, you can't throw yourself off with a combo.
Can Dio throw you off with a combo?
If that's possible, it didn't happen to me.
Are you telling me you didn't test that shit?
Look.
Look at the background.
Yeah, the famous Manchester-Liverpool skyline. I don't know why I said Manchester. I'm just giving up. Let's just merge all the towns in the north and just say that Jonathon is northern and that's why he's a prick.
Dio too. Like, that's all the this is like, northerners are just like this.
Yeah, they're
and
just
it causes
scum.
a lot of problems for the rest of the world.
Ah, good. Ranked ASAC. ASAC Jojo.
Ranked A on your beat. A to the B.
I don't even know what any of those are, by the way. I think one of them is like damage taken. I might have known at the time, but I forgot. It's been a while and I can't read Japanese.
So did you ever know, or did you just always not know Japanese?
I've always not known Japanese.
Right, but so you're like, it's been a while. Was there a point where you knew
I was talking about those rankings where, like, I was interpreting how I performed in the fight, and it wasn't so much Japanese as the context of the game that informed me. Look at that pencil tool blood.
Oh, that's good. Fuck, it's like, what, Icy Dicey's attack?
Essie Desi?
Yeah. Didn't he have a thing like that, where he had, like, blood strands?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they didn't look pencil-tooled.
They should've.
So, this is Jojo. This is a great moment. Because it's just Jojo monologuing about, you know, how he's just gonna take Dio down with him. And Dio just goes, Lamau, you think I give a shit? And just grabs the wall and, like, goodbye, Jojo. And that's it. That's the meme moment.
So, like... Jonathon's done pretty well against Vampire Dio so far. So spoilers, he's gonna be learning Hamon later so he can fight Dio. Did he really need to? First of all, Jonathon doesn't even succeed. And then, like, honestly, he just needs to, like, get him in a full Nelson and hold him up to the sun. I don't think that would be that hard.
Just bear hug Dio and just carry him out into the daylight.
Yeah, like...
I don't know, I feel that's in Jonathon's character, though. Like, I know you're saying he didn't have to, and he probably didn't, to be honest with you. But the moment he comes across a strange Italian man who we'll be meeting later, and he says, I'll teach you the way of Hamon, like, Jonathon's immediately gonna conflate that with, I'll learn a martial art, that's gentlemanly.
That's
And he'll be totally willing to throw away, like, 5 decades of his life instead of fighting Dio.
Really, to Jonathon, this is just a big self-improvement opportunity. This isn't about saving the world. This is something a gentleman does. This will make me a gentleman.
This will make me a gentleman, impaling my adoptive brother on a statue.
Jojo's bizarre coming-of-age story.
Honestly, I joked about that, but I think Jonathon could rationalize this action as a gentlemanly venture.
Yeah, probably.
He could put that over.
Jonathon can rationalize a great deal. Again, that's the sort of thing with what makes him Jojo, is his, like, breathtaking confidence in his own decisions and stances. Like, he stops questioning himself and all of a sudden everything goes well for him.
Like, I have actually a question, because we never talked about it. We talked about it a little bit, but what did you end up thinking about, like, Josuke on that front, of that unerring self-confidence?
I think it was pretty well earned with Josuke, because Josuke's it's not self-confidence to the point of arrogance, and Josuke was very not arrogant. Josuke was pretty humble. Jonathon's arrogant, but he's a different story. Josuke just, sort of had utter confidence in who he was, and how he already knew how he wanted to live his life, and was not gonna let anyone else tell him otherwise. And how he wanted to live his life was as a somewhat humble, responsible, a very reasonable, respectable way to live his life. Jonathon decided how he's gonna live his life before the series started too, but he picked a really stupid way to live his life.
I will say it with Josuke though, you know, at least he knew how to have fun.
Yeah.
He knew how to, rip off a lottery, and he would steal off of Rohan.
He was humble. He didn't think himself above that sort of thing. Josuke was a practical man.
Josuke, a practical man. Jonathon, the least pragmatic son of a bitch you will ever meet.
Yeah.
Who will justify his 12-step plan to achieve a one-step goal.
Like, Joseph and Josuke are both very practical, pragmatic, utilitarian people. Jonathon and Jotaro are idealist people, you know, they have an ideal way to be, and refuse to do anything they consider. That's the thing. Jonathon and Jotaro don't do things because they consider them beneath them. Joseph and Josuke don't think any things are beneath them. They just, have a way they choose to live, you know?
I'm, drawing some interesting parallels, whereas Jonathon won't do something because he feels it's emotionally beneath him. Whereas, Jotaro doesn't allow emotions because those are beneath him. You should read part 5, just to get to part 6, and get to the moments where, it starts character assassinating Joe. Not character assassinating, but just pointing out how Jotaro's actions are actually pretty shitty.
I'm really looking forward to part 6. Jotaro really is the sort of logical conclusion to Jonathon. He's sort of like a successful Jonathon, honestly. He's an edgy and successful Jonathon.
He actually survived past 18. I believe 18 was the age
Jonathon,
that,
he's out of college by this point. No, he's 22 or something like that.
I'm googling how fucking long he lived, because I swear he's 18 when he dies. He, gets a lot done.
I say 22. Maybe 23.
We're just throwing bets on
Lowest without going over, I say 22. Or closest without going over. The horrible Price is Right rules.
I've had, I've had the JoJo wiki open this whole time. I haven't checked it once. Because, I've just kind of decided I'm gonna get shit wrong. Just crucify me when we're done. Oh, come on, tell me his fucking age. Oh, 20.
Oh, wow.
20.
Well, the literal halfway
we split
point.
the difference. Yeah. I thought he was 18 when he died. I thought he got a lot done a lot faster, but... I like alias Jojo lifelong nickname.
I don't buy that he was 20. I don't buy that he completed a fucking archaeology degree by the time he was 20. I don't care if he was rich in the 1800s. I love the perspective on that. Holy shit.
I am a slab of meat.
That is a funny... Look, his, elbow is lower than his crotch. Oh, that is amazing.
How wide
his torso is a quarter the length of his leg.
If he was to raise his leg right now, he will kick the ceiling.
Oh my god. Why is that not the player model? That okay,
Lanky Jonathon, the Sonic 06
of
Jonathons.
Fuck. Can I? Okay, first of all, that does not look like Erina, even remotely. And why is it always that one screenshot of a Speedwagon where he's just, like, scared?
I think they only got the one. He's just in a perpetual state of fear in this
Fear
game.
and shock.
He walks in, what have you done to his legs? We could not get the blood out the normal way, so we put him on the stretcher. Wow, she looks so bemused in that character image.
Jojo.
You can tell who's, like, major to this game because they actually captured some emotions for them at some point. Oh, by the way, spoilers, there's no gameplay for the rest of this part.
Oh, nice.
So if you're Japanese, this part will be a lot more interesting.
I'm, like, looking ahead. I see a dude with a knife, like, lunging at the camera. They couldn't make a fight out of that? What the fuck?
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong, because I skimmed through this and I'm, like, pretty sure. Maybe...
No,
Because, like,
yeah.
that would require me beating a fight in, like, 1 minute.
Yeah, no, there isn't one.
Hmm.
She does not look like Erina. That's not what she looks like. Oh, it's a different Speedwagon shot.
Oh my god, they got to. He's actually happy now. I guess we have to interpret that he's happy for Jonathon via Erina at this moment.
Yeah.
Because I can't really see him, like, ever thinking about a character besides Jonathon.
No, I agree. He sees her as, like, a perfect, like, accessory to Jonathan's life, and he's happy that she exists.
It's like a fine bracelet.
Yeah. I love that sudden music cut off.
As this fellow, you remember him?
Vaguely.
He finds the mask. He's just one of Dio's servants.
I think I remember this guy, maybe not. I don't remember the mask having fucking vampire fangs.
I'm like looking up now because I want to remember because this guy has a name.
Oh yeah, I looked it up. There was like a good manga panel. There was something funny in the gallery.
Oh my god. This guy's name is amazing. Holy shit. Why is he named this? This fellow is Wang Chan.
That's right.
Fucking Wang Chan. It's a fucking Capcom fighting character.
Okay, Snake. On the wiki page, we're gonna have to screenshot this for the viewer. Scroll down to gallery and look at him coveting the stone mask.
Oh, we talked about this. That is a fucking manga panel right there. I can't describe the emotion on that face. That is
Covetous.
like a mixture of 12. Covetous, I suppose, yes. I don't know. I don't see covetous. I see covetous mixed in with like 12 other emotions. I warned you this part would have 3 minutes of Speedwagon in it, just talking in a hallway. And my god.
Jack the Ripper!
Jack the Ripper did again! He did again, you know? Turns out, in England at this time, we hadn't really got a firm grasp on English yet.
Jonathon Joestar did again.
What does that relate to? What does he did again? Just get beat up by the
I assume. Wait, so is this London now, or do we keep on jumping back between
this is
London?
the depiction of London.
They're getting back and forth between London and Liverpool really quickly.
I think this is from Dio's perspective or Wang Chan's perspective. This is something that Jonathon ain't privy to, obviously.
Yeah, but still, I mean in general. Like, wait, where was Ogre Street? Was that in London or Liverpool?
Yeah, that was the worst street in London.
So how... I don't know. He's like getting back and forth real fast. Yeah, they couldn't make a fight out of this?
No. We just have to have... Because, you know, it's not a fight. He just gets recruited into Dio's Legion.
Do we only play as Jonathon in this game?
No.
Oh, thank God.
You're just gonna be very sad when we play as anyone but Jonathon because they control worse.
Do we ever get to play as Speedwagon in the story?
Yes.
Oh,
He's
wow.
terrible. He's absolutely terrible.
What? How? Speedwagon never fights anyone. What the fuck?
They actually invent a situation for him to fight.
Wow.
It's not so much... No, that's unfair. They don't invent a situation. They stretch out a 5-second situation into a 5-minute brawl.
Oh, that's good.
It's like, so it's not like they're losing canon. They're just expanding it needlessly. It's very out of character for Dio to sit in a hood. I'm gonna say that much.
He should be like, suddenly, like, they look up and he's been standing in a doorway frame the whole time, like, leaning against it. Like,
he shouldn't be getting wheeled around in a wheelchair either. He should be, like, on a litter being carried by 4 people.
True.
I really one day want to ride on a litter, but I always feel like I'd be too self-conscious to, like, get 4 people to carry me around.
I've, carried someone on one once.
Oh, yeah. What was the occasion?
It was a thing for theater.
Oh, okay. See, you say that and, like, it immediately just kind of loses a lot of spontaneity and enjoyment to me. I mean, it's unfair to say, because it doesn't take away from the fact that you have.
One time...
does.
Oh, I was also at a party one time where we tried it, and it didn't work. We tried to, like, improvise one.
No, you don't want to improvise a litter.
We took a chair and essentially put 2, like, rods under it, but, like, between the legs, so, you know, it would support it. Then someone sat on it, and we tried to pick it up, and it did not work.
I would refuse to sit on that chair. That is a spill waiting to happen.
Yeah, alcohol was involved in the person who was planning on riding. The rest of us were pretty sober, though. We were just like, you know, well, we're not the ones who are in the chair.
But you agreed to let the drunken person, like...
Well, I mean, everyone had been drinking, but, like, the drunken person was by far the most drunk. And everyone else was just like, yeah, that sounds funny.
Oh, no. Here he is!
I do not remember his hat being that fabulous.
I think that's their own canon.
That's right, this predates the anime, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, that hat of rock candy. I've set up a picnic basket. Allow me to beat you up.
Whoa, he's got rocket legs! The fuck was that?
That was a very odd way to express what was going on.
He's a fucking cyborg.
This is William Zappelli. He is a fascinating man. Fascinating doesn't denote being good or bad, or good at what he does or bad at what he does.
Zappelli, nice. See, that's the best thing. Good. I'm glad the game's over.
Don't make a fight out of it, just kill Jonathon.
That would be good. Like, just in a fighting game, and then you just, like, in a cutscene are forced to watch your character die like that. You don't get a fight, they just lose, like, in a cutscene.
I mean, that has happened to us at least a couple of times, and would have happened to us a couple of times regardless. But, well, not died. Just kind of died, died socially. No, he was fixing his bones. Now he can fuck up inorganically.
Yeah, this guy, Zappelli, we'll get more into it, but Zappelli is the least competent character in JoJo. He's the biggest fuck-up. Like, Jonathon's a really massive fuck-up. But at least he technically succeeds at a few things, even if it's unearned. I don't think Zappelli ever makes a single good decision. Every choice he makes is the wrong one, as far as I can tell.
Jonathon also has the excuse of being 20, whereas Zappelli was born in the 1830s. He is middle-aged at the least. He's got a lot more experience to be making these wrong calls with. We're probably, at the start of next part, we're going to get into one of the more famous scenes of this part, and, it's all downhill from there, where it's a continuing trend of downhill from there for everyone involved. Oh my god, this part, there's a part next part I'm looking forward to, but this part was 3 minutes of Speedwagon in a hall.